Hello, this is our weekly Intuitive Awakenings Angel Oracle card reading for the week of April 30th to May the 6th. We ask that this reading bring forth clarity in the now to anyone who is open to receiving these messages at this time. We ask that the information here come through in alignment with the highest good of all, the most harmonious flow of the universe, and that communication be clearly communicated in a way that all will understand. Today we're using Doreen Virtue's Angel Oracle cards. These are the Angel Therapy deck. So we're going to give it a loose shuffle and pull 3 cards for this week, receiving guidance on that which we need to know now from our highest guidance. There's one. There's 2. And there's 3. Wonderful. All right. Our first card. The Ascended Masters card. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. Well, for me, this comes through as confirmation. You know, over the last few days, I've been seeing a lot of numbers that resonate to me that I'm working with my spiritual teachers, and that it's a time of ever greater connection into my support system that's in what I call the unseen world. The world that isn't necessarily visible with my physical eyes. The world that when I offer perspective to myself that I am more than this physical being and this physical experience, and offer the opportunity to connect in with spiritual teachers that are not just physically incarnated, but also in essentially the ether, in the energy that surrounds us. So if anybody has been wondering whether or not this is a time of spiritual growth or a time to put focus and choices towards choosing self-care and self-growth in line with their spirituality, in line with how it feels for them, and choosing that what feels right or good is what's guiding you. This is ever more confirmation here for us to continue this path. Okay, our second card here is the sacral chakra. And this one has been really alive for me lately as well. It says, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. What worked for us in the past, this for me is very alive right now. Because what worked for me in the past, even 1 year ago, in eating foods or the schedule that I kept up, or the way in which I was able to treat my physical body, no longer is working for me now. I've had ever more the opportunity in the last few months to really begin to offer myself the choice to look at any types of imbalance or dis-ease that I'm feeling in my physical body, and choose to listen to the messages that it's bringing forth, the opportunities for change and the opportunities to listen. It's also the time where I've really chosen to unharness the sacral energy. So this energy of the sacral is connected to our physical pleasures. It's our center and our seed of creativity, our seed of potential. It's located just below the belly button. If you're looking for a landmark, it's the second chakra inside our body and surrounding us, helping to make up our aura. This is very much a time for me, and I offer this to you, that as we share in this spiritual growth and this connection and coming together and growing, it may resonate with you, but for me, this is a time of really acknowledging that my creative energy can be free to flow. And this creative energy, as we grow into adulthood and go through adolescence, was this like childlike, innocent, creative energy that essentially becomes our sexual energy, our passion, our fire, our burning desires. So often we, as we become adults, begin channeling this energy solely in the direction of sexual relationships. And then we, in our society, are so used to focusing on one relationship and only allowing this energy to flow when we're connecting in with one special, intimate other. And I really feel that the encouragement here is coming forth for me and you, if you choose, to play with letting this energy flow, letting the Kundalini energy awaken in you at any given moment in time, and acknowledging the choice that we have to channel this energy into any project that we choose. Yes, we could choose it to be an intimate relationship. Oh, the train whistle is blowing. But knowing that it is also very valuable for us to acknowledge that we can flow this energy into manifesting that which we desire, into creative projects. It's such a productive energy, this passionate energy. So, if we may all this week play with letting this energy flow, it often gets ignited at this time by the opposite sex or by whoever we are drawn to and attracted to. That might be people, that might also be things that give us passion. And I shouldn't say give us passion. What I mean to say is ignite that passion that's inside of us. So may we all find a greater sense of sacral opening and flow this week. And I love how she has flowers and it's sprinkling it like the springtime. The spring is in the air, the change, the fertility, the growth. Moving on to the third card, we've got the books card. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritual-based books. You know, it's fun to use cards because it offers forth a tangible tool for us to let our conscious mind be preoccupied while we ask into our self that's beyond the conscious mind, that can observe the conscious mind. I call it our high self. So when I tune in and I check in and ask my high self, what is the message from this books card in this third position of this reading? And at this time it comes through for us to acknowledge that we can enjoy reading. But what comes to mind next is that we can enjoy it. We don't have to do it. We do it out of joy. We find great joy in telling stories. As soon as we start talking, we are so often telling stories. When we don't use language, when we let ourselves be silent, it's such a different experience that we are so in the now when we're not telling stories. When our mind is so present right here, right now, and my mouth is not opening, talking to anybody, when we're using body language, we are so in the moment. It's very tricky to tell a story without language, without a book, without words. And as soon as we start using words and language, we start telling a story. We start writing it, whether it's about the past or a possible future. Acknowledge, may we all acknowledge that this is an opportunity whenever we open our mouth and use words, whenever we choose to pick up a book and read it or write words down on a piece of paper, we can choose in joy to do so. How and what are the stories that we choose to tell? Our words are very powerful. How do we want to write our future and write our past? If we don't know, keep our mouths closed and ask and listen. Just listen. May you all have a very wonderful week filled with joy and filled with immense growth. I love you, and I will see you in 1 month. Weekly readings by Intuitive Awakenings. Many blessings in love and light.